All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. We are back for another week of Just a Fan podcast. And yes, I know the big bowl game is on right now between Miami and Ohio State. Halftime, Miami is up 14-0. Um,
I don't think they're gonna relinquish that lead either.
they probably won't. They probably won't. But we gotta see what adjustments Ohio State makes. So let's get into the show. Hey, man, this is bad news, man. This is bad news. This is the last show of the year.
Oh man. Well, we'll be back next Wednesday.
We'll be back next year.
We'll be back next year, but it'll just be a week from now. This is the last show of 2025.
What's up, Donald? Happy New
All right,
Year
what's
to
happening?
you.
But yeah, it is the last show of the year, and we closing in on the last week of the regular season.
Yes, we are. Yes,
For
we are.
yeah, for the season, which is kind of cool. Um, you know, uh,
Let's go ahead and introduce ourselves.
yeah, I mean, people that's watching they know us by now, but just in case it's somebody new,
Just in case somebody new. Hey, matter of fact, if anybody is new, feel free to comment on the show. Okay, if you're new to us, feel free to comment on the show. Okay, we would love to hear from y'all because we want everybody's perspective, and not just guys, because we've had females on here comment before as well. So if you're female and you're new to the show, definitely say what's up. Definitely comment on the show.
make sure you like and subscribe. Smash that subscribe button.
And also share the content with somebody, okay? Because we are up to 382, I think. So anyway, thank you. I'm Coach Williams, the NFL Encyclopedia. The NFL Encyclopedia, the Wildcat quarterback that runs the show, stumbling, future Hall of Famer. That direction, panel 316. The good guy with the black hat. He is wondering how happy is the new year for some of y'all.
It's about I say how many, like 16 some odd teams that ain't too happy right now.
Yeah, and that includes the Raiders.
Boy,
And the Cowboys. And speaking of the Dallas Cowboys, man, breaking news out of North Texas, man, out of the Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex, Frisco, Texas. The Cowboys decided to release cornerback Stephon Diggs.
Trayvon.
And, huh? My
Trayvon.
bad. Trayvon Diggs. My bad. Trayvon Diggs. And Stephon got some stuff going on, but we're not going to talk about that.
I tell you, we got a lot more facts on it.
Yeah, that too. He got released, and then he got claimed on waivers today by the Green Bay Packers, which, by the way, was the only team to put a claim on him. Eric's like shocking. I wonder why.
I'm gonna go ahead and let you finish, cause I'm gonna say what I got to say about that. But go ahead.
But anyway, and Trayvon Diggs being released. Listen, it's a multitude of things. It's not just his performance, and the performance is the biggest thing, but it's also him doing what he wants to do when it comes to rehab, and not just this past year, but another time he had to do a rehab. I believe they say he wasn't taking it seriously. At least that was an alleged report. They never paid him the $500,000 workout bonus because he was never around the facility. But the last straw was on Christmas Day when the Cowboys was playing Washington, and Trayvon Diggs and his brother are both from the DMV on the Maryland side. He wanted to stay behind and get with his family immediately. He was told, no, you travel back with the team. Everybody else traveled back with the team. He decided to stay in the DMV and connect with his family immediately. And everybody else traveled back with the team like they were supposed to. And then they got with their family afterwards. So that led to his release being put on the waiver wire. Green Bay acquired him. And listen, Green Bay, because I ran across it on Twitter, and I made sure I bookmark it for tonight's show. Their cornerback position is atrocious. Okay, so I don't know how Diggs is going to make this any better because, in all fairness, guess what? He's worse. Okay. Um,
I'm gonna say like what the cornerback room is atrocious. You just made it worse.
right. So my thing is, and he's going to have to learn the defense. He's going to have to. I don't know how much playing time he's going to get. I thought I bookmarked it, but he's not someone that's going to make this team better at all because here it is. Okay. I went past it. All right. Here are the corners, okay? This is out of 101 corners in the NFL, okay? That been targeted 20 times or more. And this is their rankings, okay? 101. All right. Y'all ready? If you grab a pen and paper so you keep up with me. Okay. Kayshawn Nixon. Okay.
Keshawn.
Okay. I'm glad you know his name. All right. He is ranked 76 out of 101. Okay. Nate Hobbs is ranked 86 out of 101.
This is PFF scores, right?
No, this is actually per Next Gen Stats.
Oh, Next Gen. That's even better than PFF. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I agree. Carrington Valentine ranks 94th out of 101. Now remember, all this is out of 101, okay? There's no lies because I'm looking at the facts. Okay? That's what we do over here. We do facts over feelings. Okay? Don't like it? Tough, too bad. That's a personal problem if you don't like it.
There's Hayden. I hope you're watching.
Trayvon Diggs. Y'all want to know how he's ranked? Out of 101 corners that have been targeted 20 plus times this year in year 2025. Out of 101, Trayvon Diggs is ranked 101st. He's ranked dead last out of all valuable corners. I don't know how in the world he makes this team better. Okay. Matter of fact, and I know Eric, well, I'm gonna save that line for Eric because I know Eric got something to say about that. But and look, Trayvon Diggs, because I'm about to tag you in. Give me a second, okay?
He's cheeks.
He loves to be in man coverage, okay?
And can't cover.
But Green Bay is going to be a cover 3 team primarily, okay? So, and
Eli Apple 2.0.
Donald, I don't know who, if these are second string corners, I don't know who the starters are. I'm just going by what I'm seeing, okay? Matter of fact, I'll tell you what, why don't we do this? Why don't we find out if they have any other corners besides who we just named? Because you're looking at a team who is just horrible. And I really don't know.
Keshawn and Nixon and Carrington Valentine are the starters.
Oh, so they all starters. Yeah. Nixon, Nixon and Valentine are starters. Hobbs is behind Nixon. I didn't even Kamal Hayden is the backup who's probably 4th string. His name's not even on the list. And then Bo Milton, who's 5th string. So yeah, those are starters. No, sorry, Donald. Looking at the depth chart on NFL.com, yeah, those guys are starters. So we named the top 3 corners and we named Diggs. And Donald, We agree, man.
You
But
preach
anyway,
to the choir, man. Like that, because there are sensible
go
people.
ahead. Go ahead. You might as well go ahead and take over.
Yeah, there's sensible people that know football that like knows that Trayvon Diggs has been cheeks for a long time. He's been complete unwashed ass. Okay, and he's living off of the 2 or maybe 1.5 years that he was kind of good.
I say 1.5. It's the rookie year where he struggled in the beginning and was getting better later on, and then his second year where he had 11 interceptions.
And I don't know what Green Bay is doing. Green Bay has made some questionable decisions as of late, but this one here takes the cake. Imagine that you have a vehicle, you have a car. Everybody can kind of relate to this. But you have a car and you got an oil leak coming out from underneath the engine. The car is still kind of running. The transmission jumps every now and then. And
you losing Freon.
You're losing Freon. And why not just go ahead and bust the windows out the car while you're at it? Because adding Trayvon Diggs to an already bad cornerback room is not going to make it better. It's going to exacerbate the cornerback situation in Green Bay. And I don't know what Green Bay was thinking about.
I don't know either.
I had listen. All this when between the time he got released up until this afternoon when we found out that Green Bay grabbed him off of waivers, I had people who were fans of my team. It's all in the look. Oh, why? Hey, should we add Trayvon Diggs? I had beat writers talking about adding Trayvon Diggs. I said, what for? Not no, but hell no. No, what is wrong with you? And we don't talk about, like I said, the 49ers defense is not good. They riding the offense right now into the playoffs, which we'll get into in a minute. But why would you add something to a position group? Actually, that position group isn't that bad. It's really, all of that, Titus. Yeah, he's Eli Apple 2.0. And I said when he got released, before he got picked up by the Packers, I said somebody's going to pick him up, either off of waivers or they're going to wait till he clears waivers and pick him up. And he's going to be a journeyman from this point on throughout his career. He's going to be on somebody's practice squad. He's going to be all over the place. He's going to be popping up and somebody's going to say, who keeps giving this joker jobs? And why would you give a job or sign somebody or pull somebody off of waivers at cornerback who is the equivalent of Anakin Skywalker after he got through fighting Obi-Wan Kenobi? He caught on fire. He's a burn victim. Literally. Like, I don't know if y'all been watching film, but yeah, basically everybody who played the Dallas Cowboys went after him. If he was on the Trayvon Diggs on the field, we're gonna throw over there. It was that bad.
It was that bad.
So yeah, it honestly, like, I don't want to say he doesn't need to be in the league, but he doesn't need to be in the league.
Yeah, because I mean it's obvious. And look, him going through his own rehab. Well, first of all, the previous rehab, him not taking it serious, and then he got injured again, and then he decided to rehab outside of facility, and then try to rush himself back. As a corner, you need your legs because you are running constantly. And listen, we're talking about how bad Trayvon Diggs was, but he's worse now because Titus is off the hook in these comments, man. He is off the hook. He is off the hook. Let me put this up real quick.
Play him at free safety. No, you got to be able to tackle to play free safety, Titus.
And he can't tackle.
Free safety is a position where you still have to cover sometimes.
Yeah. So anyway, and I can really add more to that because really, as a safety, you need to be up here. And Trayvon Diggs
Mm-hmm.
was struggling up here a lot this year in Dallas. And zone coverage, like he couldn't figure stuff out. And when they played Washington in Washington on Christmas Day, this is the second to last game of the regular season, and you still don't know the cause. And Malik Hooker is constantly telling you what to do. And Diggs is still confused. That's bad. Now, he could have been doing that intentionally, or he was really that confused. But either way, it still looks bad on his part. But going back to him and those injuries, that athleticism is gone. However fast he was when he came out of Alabama, okay, 4.42. I don't think he's a 4.42 corner anymore. I think he's probably closer to a 4.6. He may not be at 4.6, but he might be like 4.58 or something.
The point is that he's not. I felt like the year and a half that he did have notoriety, I kind of felt like it was a one off, in my opinion. It was really a one off. It wasn't, like, oh, he's gonna be here. He's arrived and he's gonna be here and be at the upper
And be consistent and all that stuff.
No, I was like, no, wait, just wait for it. And quiet as kept, I feel the same way about DaRon Bland. I do. Because, is he better than Trayvon Diggs? Yes. But is he the guy that got all of those pick sixes a few years ago? No.
I think DaRon Bland needs to be more so in the slot than on the outside.
Yeah, he's more of a slot corner.
On the outside, it's not good for him.
Because he gets bullied by larger receivers.
Yeah, he needs to be in the slot. Right.
But moving on, so we just got to be talking about defense. So let's go ahead and talk about a game where there was no defense played until the last play. There was a game for the ages that was played on Saturday. Was it Saturday night? I lost track. Well,
I lost track too.
I did Sunday night. Excuse me, Sunday night. The 49ers and the Bears had a game for the ages. It was a shootout like none other. There was bullets flying everywhere. Brock Purdy accounted for 5 touchdowns in that game and over 300 yards. Caleb Williams came out with over 300 yards passing and was responsible for, I believe, 2 touchdowns. But he played really masterful. There's a couple of notes about that as we segue into the next part, but y'all gonna have to learn to put some respect on Brock Purdy's name. And I've been saying it for the longest. This is where I get vindicated. Brock Purdy, since he's returned from his injury, has had a quarterback rating that surpasses some of the people that people love to talk about. Some of the great quarterbacks, some of the elite quarterbacks. His passer rating is higher. His completion percentage is higher. He has more touchdowns in that span, less interceptions in that span. And somebody probably like, well, he threw a pick six. Yeah, he threw a pick six and then came right back and hit them for 10 touchdowns after those picks. Up against those 2 picks, rather. He threw a pick in the Indianapolis game. He threw a pick 6 in the Chicago game. So he spotted Chicago 7 points and still managed to win that game. And then, 2 of them were with his legs. One of the passing touchdowns was with his legs and his arm. Like, if you didn't see that game where if you didn't see the game, but you just see the play where he basically dodged between 2 defenders and then threw across his body to the front corner of the end zone to Kyle Juszczyk for a touchdown. That was some next level quarterback play. And so y'all need to stop with he's a system quarterback. He's he plays, he plays well because of the system that he is, because he has the Avengers. The Avengers ain't there no more. There's no Debo Samuel in San Francisco. Brandon Ayuk lost his damn mind. He's got Christian McCaffrey, and that's about it. But he's still making plays and still playing really well. At this particular point, San Francisco's playing with house money because if you remember this offseason, Brandon, everybody was like, well, San Francisco had this mass exodus of talent. They're not going to make the playoffs. They're not going to do this. They're about to play for a chance to get the 1 seed.
Yes, they are.
So at this point, they have exceeded expectations.
Yeah.
They have completely exceeded expectations. And I don't want to just stand on and harp on the 49ers, but look at the Chicago Bears. Let's talk about that.
Hey, listen, Ben Johnson has turned that team around.
That's a complete 180.
You know what?
Chicago was a team that a lot of people didn't have. Some people picked them last to finish last in their division. They are the division champions.
Yeah. I might be early on this. I wonder if Ben Johnson is Bruce Arians.
He could.
What I mean is, when Bruce Arians was in Indianapolis, he was the offensive coordinator, right? And Pagano, I think Chuck Pagano was the head coach. Pagano got sick one time, and Arians had to take over as interim coach, and they had success. He leaves, and the coach started falling apart again. Bruce Arians had some success in Arizona, but then had success in Tampa Bay as the head coach. And I wonder if Ben Johnson...
He might be better than BA.
Better than who?
I'm saying...
Bruce Arians.
Ben Johnson might be better than BA.
He might be. But the point I'm making is because he was the offensive coordinator that made Pagano better than what he was. Like Ben Johnson might have made Dan Campbell better than what he was too.
Okay, I see what you're saying. How it affects Dan Campbell. So yeah, no, that lines up. But no, Ben Johnson has done when you see where they came from, it's kind of hard to not give Ben Johnson the credit. He didn't come to a team that was just all right, and he made them better. The Bears were dog water when he got there. And now you're looking at the Bears, who are probably going to be the 2 seed, which means a lot of games got to go through Soldier Field, which makes things very difficult because nobody wants to play in Soldier Field in January.
No, especially with the conditions right now.
Yes. So you look at that, and that I think coach of the year right now, that game this past Sunday night, the Shanahan versus Johnson battle determined coach of the year. I think coach of the year is going to go to Shanahan now, but if Shanahan would have lost that game, Ben Johnson would have got coach of the year. Because complete 180.
And there's a lot of candidates for coach of the year. Like you said, Shanahan, Ben Johnson, Vrabel in New England. We heard McDonald's a coach of the year candidate in Seattle. And then I think Liam Cohn down Jacksonville is also coach of the year.
Yes, he's a coach of the year candidate
as well. So it's interesting to see who's going to end up winning that. But going back to that game, man, listen, Caleb Williams has gotten better at quarterback.
Definitely.
Because Ben Johnson has worked with him throughout the season. And because Caleb Williams was just relying all on talent. And really, that's what he's been doing for a long time in his career, just, relying on an arm. But now it's like, hey, you don't have to be Superman every single play. Just throw the football to the guy who's open, go through your reads, progressions, whatever.
He's reading a lot better.
But when you do need to be Superman, I'll let you know. And then you go out and you be Superman. And when you have a quarterback like that who has a lot of talent, upper echelon talent, you have to slow him down and say, look, I don't need you to be Superman for 60, 65 plays a game. Maybe 5 or 6 plays. But when it's needed, I'll let you know and I'll call the correct play for you. And that's how you probably get the most out of your quarterback, and you can probably go far. You can go far. Just make sure you have, the offensive line for protection, the playmakers he need, so that way he can thrive.
Well, I mean, I know this past offseason, one of the things that they did really worked on was bolstering the offensive line,
Definitely.
Chicago Bears, and I think that helped because Caleb Williams was running for his life last year. This year, he has more time to sit back and actually read and study because he's getting a lot more protection. Now, that defense still needs help because that defense is opportunistic. And opportunistic defense is nice, but sometimes you just got to be able to make stops.
Yes.
And the issue with Chicago is if they don't turn you over multiple times in a game, they struggle. I don't see them, going. I don't see them going to the Super Bowl this year, but they're contenders next year. That being said, the NFC is wide
open
because there's no team in the NFC like in past years. They clear cut the best. No, there's no team that's in the playoffs in the NFC right now that's going. You go look at it and say, yeah, they got a clear shot. They got a clear run. From 1 through 7, none of those teams, not one of those teams.
Not one.
You could point out flaws. I mean, glaring flaws, not little. Oh, this is a little problem. No, big flaws.
Yeah, because Seattle is quarterback position. You don't know about Sam Darnold.
We'll get into that later, but
yeah,
Sam Darnold in big games kind of gets. Then you look at San Francisco. San Francisco has issues on defense because they cannot get a pass rush to save their lives, and the safety play on the back end is horrendous.
Yep.
Jair Brown makes my teeth itch. I'm serious. Number 27 for the Niners. He makes my teeth itch because really he's playing out of position. He's not supposed to be a free safety, a deep ball safety. He's a box guy. We've got 2 box safeties and one masquerading as free safeties, and that's been the issue. Then you turn around, you look at Green Bay. Green Bay's got a lot of deficiencies with their defense, and Jordan Love is erratic, which right now he isn't even playing. So you're looking at that. Then you turn around and you look at the Rams, which we're going to get to in a minute. You got a quarterback who everybody seems to love and call him the greatest and think he's an MVP candidate. But I've been saying, what have I always said about Matt Stafford, Brandon? What have I been saying?
Matthew Stafford those football passes that could easily be intercepted, but people keep dropping it.
A lot of turnover-worthy balls. All you got to do is what?
Catch them.
And what happened this Monday night?
Against Atlanta?
They caught you. And it could have been 4 if AJ Terrell would have caught his last pass and came down in bounds. Because that was a pick too. He just landed on his back out of bounds. That would have been 4. But he threw 3. 1, 2, 3 picks. And what's really irritating me is the hypocrisy behind the people, the fandom behind Matt Stafford. Now, let me preface this. Disclaimer, I'm not saying Matt Stafford is trash. I'm not saying that. I think he's a good quarterback, but I think he's overrated. And I've been vindicated on this by the things that I've said on this show in previous weeks. We watched them come to a culmination on Monday Night Football against a team that had been eliminated from the playoffs. This wasn't a playoff team they were playing. This wasn't we on the bubble, we trying to get in team. This was a team that had been eliminated. And you going out there laying eggs. Hello. So what irritates me about Matt Stafford, everybody just loves to slurp up Matt Stafford, and it's like, stop it. Tristan, our fellow co-host who's not with us tonight, he Matt Stafford this, Matt Stafford that. And what did I tell Tristan that night? I said he throws a lot of turnover
Worthy passes.
Turnover worthy passes. I said that. I said, all you got to do is catch them. Well, they not catching them. Where they catching them now? So, I don't believe in Matt Stafford. I do not believe in Matt Stafford, which leads us to our next part. We're talking about MVP voting. At this particular point, Drake May is far and away the leader for the MVP. I wouldn't even put Matt Stafford as second behind him. At some other positions I would put behind Drake May.
I think Bijan Robinson is worthy.
Bijan, I know what they'll say. I agree with you, Bob, but I know what they'll say. Well, he's not on a team that's winning.
Yeah, I know, and that's what's going to hurt him.
And Myles Garrett, but he's not on a team that's winning. So that's the issue.
I hope he breaks the record Sunday. Golly, I hope he breaks the record.
I think he will. We'll cover that more when we get to the picks. But yeah, at this particular point, can you Christian McCaffrey? He's over 2,000 yards all purpose. He still is like a little bit more than 100 yards to get the 1,000 yards receiving. He's like at 8 and change for receiving, and he's well over.
That's gonna be tough.
Yeah, he's not gonna get that not against that Seattle defense. I don't think he'll get it, but he's over 2,000 yards from scrimmage. Like, come on,
Right.
But all of those guys, in my opinion, were more worthy than Matt Stafford, and it's the hypocrisy of it again, because, I'll give you an example. Brock Purdy threw 3 interceptions against the Carolina Panthers, and they still won that game. But they crucified the public opinion, the talking heads on all the different shows that I love to hate on Brock Purdy. They crucified him. They talked about him, blah, blah, but they still won the game, mind you. Fast forward to this week, Matt Stafford throws 3 interceptions that led to a loss. And you got people like Shady McCoy making excuses for him. It's like, no. Keep the same energy. That's the thing that gets on my nerves. Somebody might say, well, Matt Stafford won a Super Bowl. Actually, not really. The Rams defense won that Super Bowl, if you really think about it. You really go back and look at it statistically. Look at the last plays on the field. Think about it.
Aaron Donald saved that Super Bowl.
Aaron Donald.
Because Jalen Ramsey was burnt by Jamar Chase.
And the thing that just irritates me the most, and if you really go back and look at Matt Stafford's career, and this is not a pilot on Matt Stafford, but I got to set the record straight because people love to go by their feelings. Matt Stafford has always been a system quarterback. He's always been a quarterback that has needed, quote unquote, Avengers or superheroes. Think about it. When he was in Detroit, he had his best seasons. Who did he have at receiver?
Calvin Johnson.
Calvin damn Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
When he comes to LA, he gets in Sean McVay. Tim McVay. Yeah, I can't stand him with that ridiculous haircut. But he gets in Sean McVay's system, and now all of a sudden he's playing out of his mind. But we're not gonna call him a system quarterback. We not. That's the thing that I don't like is the hypocrisy. Because in reality, and what Tristan always says, our resident quarterback guru, is he says that every quarterback is really a system quarterback. It's can you elevate the system? Can you elevate the system?
That's a good question.
And right now, to me, Matt Stafford doesn't elevate that system. He's got Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams. He's got Avengers around him.
Mm-hmm.
You got 2 running backs that are killing the game right now.
Yeah, and because listen, Sean McVay knows what to do with those running backs. He knows to do that run game.
Yeah,
he's very smart.
So we're not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna talk about how Matt Stafford is surrounded with all this talent. He's in a great system. No, we ain't gonna do that. But we'll damn sure talk about someone like a Brock Purdy and says, well, he's not really that good. He's just a system quarterback. Even though we just got through watching him make several plays off schedule on on a Sunday Night Football the other night.
Right.
All schedule plays. The system has broken down at that point. When you making plays after that, that's you. That's not the system. But basically, the casuals, the people who just watch football through rose-colored glasses, they won't see things like that. Other than the people who actually like us, who actually study and look at that. So, but yeah, Drake May is playing out of his mind. I don't want to give Matt Stafford this much airtime. Drake May is on a team with an aging Stephon Diggs, an aging Hunter Henry. He has a running back hasn't reached 1,000 yards yet, and a defensive head coach. Okay, now yes, Josh McDaniels is offensive coordinator. I give you that, but he's only in his second year, and they're currently fighting to maintain the 1 seed, to get to the 1 seed, which honestly, they got a good shot. They got to get help from the Chargers, and they got to win their game. But yeah, I mean, there shouldn't be an argument at this point. Drake May should be the MVP.
Oh yeah, of course.
He should be the MVP. Because when you get MVPs, when you get MVPs more than once, when you get championships or Pro Bowl nods, that could lead you to a Hall of Fame career. So this week we had the semifinals, the finalists.
Finalists.
Finalists announced for the football, the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
All right, so here are the 15 finalists. Willie Anderson, who used to play right tackle for the Cincinnati Bengals and 1 year for the Baltimore Ravens. I missed that one. Drew Brees, drafted out of Purdue University by the old San Diego Chargers, but mostly known for playing for the New Orleans Saints and winning the Super Bowl.
And Austin South Lake Carroll. He's from Texas. But go ahead.
Offensive guard Jari Evans used to play guard and block for Drew Brees, played for the Saints, and played 1 year in Green Bay. I forgot about that, but I do remember now that I'm looking at it. Larry Fitzgerald, wide receiver, University of Pittsburgh, drafted by the Arizona Cardinals in the first round, and man, what a fantastic career.
Outstanding career.
Listen, let me say this, as I mentioned this gentleman's name, Frank Gore. When Frank Gore, and I've said on the show, when Frank Gore came out, I didn't think he was going to have the career he had because he had knee injuries, multiple knee injuries in college.
Yeah,
and I thought both knees, and I thought he was going to be injury prone in the NFL. But hey, that's fine with me. I think he's top 5, if not third place of all time in career rushing yards. He played for Eric's favorite team, the 49ers. And played for 4 of the teams. Not going to cover all that. Wide receiver Torrey Holt from North Carolina State University. No, man, I'm looking at my comments to myself. Played for the St. Louis Rams, drafted in the first round. Was part of the greatest show on turf. Been to 2 Super Bowls, winning 1. Played 1 year in Jacksonville. I missed that one. Luke Kuechly, middle linebacker, used to play for the Carolina Panthers down in Charlotte. Eli Manning, quarterback from Ole Miss, drafted in the first round. Well, no, he was not drafted by the Giants. He's drafted by the Chargers.
The San Diego Chargers.
By the old San Diego Chargers. Traded to the Giants. That was a big thing. Terrell Suggs, pass rusher, drafted in the first round by the Baltimore Ravens, won a Super Bowl. Also played for Arizona a little bit, played for Kansas City, and won another Super Bowl with Kansas City. So that's 2 rings. Vinatieri, kicker, New England Patriots, won about 3 Super Bowls there, and won a Super Bowl in Indianapolis because he played from 2006 to 2019. Didn't realize it was that long. Reggie Wayne, wide receiver, drafted in the first round from the U. Drafted in 2001, same year, Santana Moss won a Super Bowl ring with the Indianapolis Colts. Kevin Williams,
New Orleans, Louisiana.
Kevin Williams, defensive tackle, played for the Vikings, was once part of the Williams Wall with him and Pat Williams. Also played with Seattle and New Orleans. I definitely remember Seattle. I don't remember New Orleans too much. Jason Witten, tight end, drafted in the 3rd round by the Cowboys. Retired and came back and was not good. Played with the Raiders for 1 year. I don't remember that at all. Why I don't remember that, I don't know, and I don't care.
Because it was the Raiders.
Well, okay, thank you. That's the answer.
That's it.
Guard Marshall Yanda used to play for the Baltimore Ravens, won Super Bowl with them, and Darren Woodson drafted in the 2nd round by the Cowboys. Used to play linebacker in college at Arizona State University. Won 3 rings in 4 years with the Dallas Cowboys, and unfortunately, out of all 15 of these guys, only 5 of them are going to get in.
All right, so give me your 5, Brandon.
Well, so yes, I should give you my 5. Here's who I don't think is going to make it. Okay. I don't think Vinatieri is going to make it just because he's a kicker. And I hate that because we need to emphasize special teams.
And here's the thing. He's won so many pivotal games during the Patriots time.
I understand that, but it's difficult to put him in because
I think what they're gonna do, they're gonna hold him out and let him go in with Brady. When Brady's eligible. Because there would not be a Tom Brady,
that's true,
quote unquote GOAT, without some of these Vinatieri kicks.
That's true. No, that's true. That's true.
He wouldn't have them 6 of those 7 rings. Well, I don't know, 6 rings he won in New England. He probably wouldn't have 3 or 4 without Vinatieri.
Right. They're not going to put 3 offensive linemen in. So I think you can eliminate Yanda and probably even Evans. I don't think Anderson gets in either. I hate to say it, but I don't think none of those 3 get in.
Yeah, it's kind of tough sledding, but that's a whole nother topic because I feel like they don't let enough players in at a time.
Right, because the maximum is 5.
Right, and I think it should be more than that. Way more.
I don't think Kevin Williams gets in, that D tackle.
No.
I don't think Suggs get in as a pass rusher. Okay. So now I'm down to who? Breeze.
You got Breeze. You got Eli.
Larry Fitzgerald.
Larry Fitz, Frank, and Torrey Holt.
Larry, Frank, Holt, Eli. I didn't say anything about Witten either.
And Reggie Wayne. I don't think so. Here's the thing about Witten. I'm sorry, I'm gonna let you finish.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead, talk. No, go ahead, talk your talk.
Witten has gone down as being, have a very long career, and he's
I ain't saying nothing about Wilson either. Go ahead.
At certain points of his career, he was known as one of the best tight ends in the game. One of, not the best, but
right.
One.
Right. Yeah, of course.
And which is fair. But I don't know if his numbers are going to stack up. I'm not saying he's not a Hall of Famer, because listen, Jason Witten won so many games for the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, I know.
Like we talk about how they hadn't reached the NFC Championship and this, that, and the third. They wouldn't have gotten as far as they did in some of them playoff years.
That's true.
Without Jason Witten, so that Jason Witten, in my opinion, made Tony Romo. I mean that. But looking at what else is on the list with him, it makes it even tougher.
And I didn't say anything about Luke. And listen, those two had a connection because those two can almost communicate via sign language, their own sign language, not real American sign language, of course, but their own sign language. And Witten would get open and catch the pass. They're not gonna put Fitzgerald and Reggie Wayne in at the same time. I think Wayne is eliminated. I'm gonna cross him out.
Okay.
So I have Breeze, Larry, Frank, Holt, Eli, Witten, Woodson, Luke. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think Breeze gets in.
I think he does too.
I think Breeze is a lock.
It's going to be a toss up between. I know you're not going to have an induction without having a quarterback in that class. So it's like you got Eli who has 2 rings, and he got 2 rings beating the GOAT. But you got Drew Brees with all of his numbers.
But see, Eli could have gotten in last year, and they only put 3 modern players in and 1 senior in,
which was nuts.
Eli should have gone in last year if they was going to do all that nonsense. But whatever, Larry's going to get in. Okay, I think Larry just ranks way too high with his numbers not to get in.
I think he's second, even though it's a big gap. He's second in yards, and I think he's like 6 in touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
He's top 10 in all those. That's the thing. It's all you top 10 in these categories, and fits the bill. Pardon the pun.
I don't think Witten get. Here's what's going to help Witten get in. Is the fact that he played for the Dallas Cowboys. I know it's low-hanging fruit. I know it's not a valid reason. I'm not saying he's getting in, but
I think he'll get in. I just don't think he'll get in this year.
Right. I'm going to cross him out for this year.
And if you guys have thoughts that are watching right now, please, by all means, go in the comment section and leave your comments.
Yes, definitely.
But I'm sorry. Were you done?
Not yet. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Frank Gore gets in. That's number 3. I think Darren Woodson finally gets in.
You think he gets in? You think
he finally gets in
on this ballot? This is how many ballots has it been for him?
It's been a minute because remember he retired in 2003, so he's been eligible since 2008 roughly.
Yeah.
Look what year we in.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I think he finally gets in. Now I need one more, and it comes down to Luke Kuechly, Eli Manning, and Torrey Holt.
It's got to be Eli.
Something tells me Torrey Holt. I'm gonna eliminate Luke Kuechly, but something tells me it's going to be Torrey Holt. It might be Eli though.
And here's why I say Eli.
2 Super Bowl rings and beating Tom Brady.
He got 2 Super Bowl rings. He's beating Tom Brady, and the most important thing of all, he's a quarterback.
That too.
And people look at quarterback, like Al Pacino said on Any Given Sunday, you're no receiver or corner or even Julian. You're a quarterback.
Oh, sorry.
That's a tough spot, kid.
Yeah. Hey, we got some comments, man. Before you say anything, give me a second.
Okay.
So Big Brick 84. I don't know. Do you know that person, E?
No, I do not. But thank you for watching, and make sure that you like and subscribe. MVP candidate should be Drake May, Brock Purdy, and CMC. Stafford shouldn't even be in the conversation. Well, he should be in the conversation because he's done enough to be in the conversation. I can't put Brock Purdy in that conversation because Brock Purdy missed 8 games. Okay.
Also,
Roger
Craig
Craig
has been a Hall of Fame ahead of everyone else on that list. It's a shame, travesty, that he hasn't been inducted already, which we agree with. But and now before you say something,
go ahead and explain it. I know what you're finna say. Go ahead and explain that.
Big Brick was not realizing that we was talking about just the modern players.
Right. He's in the senior players. Yeah, now, Big Brick 84, I absolutely agree with you. He should have never been to the senior class. He should have been in the Hall of Fame.
Listen, there's a lot of people on that senior list that shouldn't be on that senior list.
Yeah, he's in the senior class now. I think he'll get in with the seniors, but that's a damn shame that he has to wait to be in the senior class because everything you said, Big Brick 84, is absolutely true. You are spot on with all of that because he basically should have gotten in long before because what he did, Roger Craig walked so Marshall Faulk and Christian McCaffrey could run.
Yes, sir.
Bottom line, he was the first thousand back, the first, and it's a travesty that he hasn't gotten in yet. But go back to what you were saying.
Donald has Reggie Wayne, Larry Fitzgerald, Eli Manning, Frank Gore, and who's DB? Drew Brees.
Okay, Drew Brees. Okay, yeah.
So I'm not mad at that at all. Actually, it's almost close to what I have. It's just
It's very close to what I have as well.
he has Wayne. I took Wayne out and I replaced him with Woodson.
Okay.
And then
Thanks for the comments, folks, by the way. Holt is better than Eli. No Nepo babies in the Hall of Fame. No. Torrey Holt's career was great. And yes, he deserves a Hall of Fame nod. But Eli Manning, again, is a quarterback who won 2 Super Bowls with his arm. It wasn't like he rolled along with granted that Giants defense was pretty good back during that time. But you're talking about 2-time Super Bowl winning quarterback who beat the best, who everybody wants to claim is the GOAT. It's arguable because some people were like, well, Montana's the GOAT because Montana never threw an interception in the Super Bowl and he never lost one. But that's a whole nother debate. But yeah, no, if I'm an MVP voter, I'm taking Eli Manning over Torrey Holt. Even though Torrey Holt does deserve to be in the Hall, just not on this ballot. I don't have him on this ballot.
So who's your 5?
Definitely Drew Brees because
Okay.
of the numbers. Eli Manning because of the consistency winning these Super Bowls.
Okay.
Frank Gore because you cannot be number 3 all time in any category.
Not being a Hall of Fame.
You cannot be number in the top 5 all time in any category and not. You deserve to be in the Hall of Fame if you top 5 in anything. Unless it's top 5 throwing interceptions or something like that. But
top 5 in fumbles.
But Frank Gore, and people make the argument about Frank Gore and say, well, it was the fact that he just had such longevity. That should be rewarded. People talk about, well, he just played a long time. That's why he got those. No,
especially at running back.
How many people that's out of the league after about 4 or 5 years?
Especially at running back.
Especially at a position like running back. So, like, the fact that he was able to play for that long is part of why he should be in the Hall.
Yep.
In this day and age where they're not running the ball as much as they used to, and toward the end of his career. And, running backs are, my favorite line, running backs come a dime a dozen, and NFL got $1. So the fact that he was there that long, so anyway, back to my list. But I got Drew Brees, Eli Manning, Frank Gore, Larry Fitzgerald.
Okay.
Hands down, Larry Fitzgerald. But here's my X factor here. Terrell Suggs.
Okay. Talk to me. Talk to us. Talk to everybody.
He's was a dominant edge rusher for his entire career.
That's true.
Trailed off probably maybe his last couple of years when he knew, okay, I need to go ahead and go to the house. But everybody trails off at the end of their career.
Of course.
From the time he got to the league to the time he started trailing off, he was listed as one of the most dominant pass rushers in the game. And he was part of that great, not the 2000 Ravens defense.
He's part of 2012 Ravens defense.
He's part of that 2012 Ravens defense that was just about as good. You still had Ray Lewis and Ed Reed on that team, but he was a huge part. He was a huge factor in that. I think T. Sizzle deserves to be in.
Okay.
So, yeah, my list is Drew Brees, Frank Gore, Larry Fitzgerald, Eli Manning, and Terrell Suggs.
So it's a similar list, man, but just I got Woodson, you got Suggs.
Yeah. So yeah, but the thing about the Hall of Fame, y'all, is it's so particular and peculiar and weird how they do things. And first of all, it shouldn't be just 5 in the modern era. And what, 1 senior or the 2 seniors? How many seniors is it?
So the number of seniors that are finalists: Ken Anderson 1, Roger Craig 2, L.C. Greenwood 3, Belichick 4, and Robert Kraft 5. So that voting is conducted separately as its own group for the modern era players. A minimum of one person uh, and a maximum of people from the combined categories may be elected under the Hall's current bylaws. So you're going to, it seems like it's going to be one person, but it could be up to three. So the most overall that the Hall of Fame can put in when you combine the two groups is 8. So you got 5 for the modern list. That's the maximum. And then 3 is the maximum for the senior list.
Okay. Yeah, but like I said, it's a shame that we had to wait this long for Roger Craig to even be thought of, for his name even be mentioned. It's like, come on, man. Without Roger Craig, there's no Marshall Faulk. Without Roger Craig, there's no Christian McCaffrey. All of those, LaDainian Tomlinson. There's not, those guys are walking in his footsteps. You know, he was the first one to do it. It was astronomical when he did. Now you got guys doing it on a regular basis. And like, if you're the first to do something, those are the things for Hall of Fame for me. You're the first to do something, or when you in your career, you top 5 at something, or during your time you were listed as the best at your position. You know,
just real quick, guys, I'm on this website here, and I'm looking at some interesting things. So this is Darren Woodson's 18th year of eligibility, Willie Anderson's 13th year, Torrey Holt 12th year, Reggie Wayne 7th, Kevin Williams 6th, Jari Evans 4th, and everybody else is first or second. The number of times as a finalist, Willie Anderson is 5, Torrey Holt is 7, Reggie Wayne is 7, Darren Woodson is 4. Everybody else is 3, 2, or 1 as a finalist. So we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. You got anything else you want to add to it?
No. If you guys have anything else to add about the Hall of Fame or the MVP race, you can go ahead and put your comments in. We're going to go to Pando's picks, and then when we finish Pando's picks, we'll come back and get any questions or comments that you guys might have before we sign off.
Let's hit it.
All right. So last week, I went 10-6 this past week. Still staying well above 500. Feel pretty good about my picks, even though there's always, every week, there's something weird that happens. There's something weird that happens.
Part of the Falcons beating the Rams.
Falcons beating the Rams. Let me see. No. The Browns beating the Steelers.
Well, you know, that's DK's fault.
It is DK's fault. And we already talked about that. So, but I'm still solid on my Stone Cold locks. My record is 151 and 103 for the entire, not counting this week here. So I'm not always right, but I'm more right than I'm wrong. I always say that. So let's get down to it. Week 18, the final week of the regular season. The first game is Saturday afternoon. Panthers travel to Tampa Bay to play the Bucs, who are floundering. That Baker Mayfield cycle, we didn't get a chance to talk about it. But I always said Baker Mayfield started be like the hands on the clock. He started up right here. By the end of the season, he's right here.
Hey, listen, he goes from 12 o'clock to 6:30.
Man, it's time to get off after that. It's well past time. Yeah.
And listen, the Buccaneers are 1-7 in their last 8 games, man.
Yes.
They could have won this division with these. They don't want to. They don't want to.
Nobody wants to win this division. It seems like Carolina wants it the most, so I'm going with the Panthers. This is still a pick'em game because it's a divisional game. Just because Baker Mayfield might ball out Saturday, just because I'm talking about it. But he has stunk the place up for the last few weeks. And like I said he would before the season was. People, Baker Mayfield, he MVP candidate. I say just wait. But Baker Mayfield, just wait. You know, Stephen A. Smith always talk about the Cowboys. Just wait. I'll be like that with Baker Mayfield. Just Baker Mayfield. I'll be like, just wait. Hold on. Just wait. Just wait. It's coming. Interception, Mayfield. I don't know what he was thinking about right there. Told you. So, but I'm going with the Panthers on this because the Panthers seem like they wanted more and they seem more geared up to play against. They've either beaten or either given hell to some playoff teams. Like we talking about.
They have.
A Panthers team that beat the Rams. We're talking about a Panthers team that almost beat the Niners, picked off Purdy 3 times. And what does Baker Mayfield like to do? Throw interceptions.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys, go show the ages. Let me let y'all know something right now. If y'all want some good apple turnovers, please go down to Tampa, Florida. Go to Baker Mayfield's bakery. He has a bakery, and he makes some good apple turnovers, man. Some of the best apple turnovers I've ever had in my life. My goodness, Lord.
Stafford's going into business with him, too. So.
Jesus H. Christ, man.
Yeah. Stafford's going into business. They're going into partnership. So anyway, next game, Saturday night. I'm sorry. Before I go any further, Saturday afternoon game between the Panthers and the Bucs will determine the NFC South and the 4th seed. So
also, there's no Thursday night game and no Monday night game. Keep
going. Saturday night, this game will determine the NFC best. That's what we call the NFC West because you got 3 teams out of this division that are going into the playoffs. This game is for the division title and the 1 seed
in the conference.
If you look at our thumbnail for our show, you know you got the 3 biggest games of this weekend because a lot of these other games are like, the Seahawks will be traveling to Levi Stadium to play the Niners. The Niners will be wearing their all-black uniforms, their rivalry uniforms, which are fire. My issue is this is a pick'em game. Sam Darnold in big games. Big question mark. Big question mark. They struggled to beat the Indianapolis Colts because Phillip Rivers was kind of doing them in until he threw that pick at the end of the game. That being said, the Niners offense is rolling. I mean, rolling. I haven't seen the Niners offense roll this well since probably 2023. They look really good, but the defense cannot stop a BB with a horse blanket. If you're from the country, you know what that means. I'll put it like this: they can't stop a sentence with a period. That's my issue with San Francisco. Robert Saleh has his moments where he dials up some great play calls, and he's not working with much. So could the Niners get a stop here and there and let the offense go in and take it? Yeah, they're at home. They have a winning record at home. They have a winning record on prime time games. Everything is saying this is the Niners court, but Vegas is saying the Seahawks are a 1-point favorite. I just don't. This is my team, y'all. I don't trust this defense. And the Niners have been playing with house money for like the last 6 games. They're on a 6-game win streak. 6-game win streak. And I just like something's gonna give. And if it don't give this week, I feel like it's gonna give the next game or the next game. It's like man, you put that stick of that bubble gum right there to plug up that pole. Yeah, man. Hey man, that's gonna eventually give. Yeah, but they ain't gave yet. I know, but that's gonna eventually give. And I just kind of feel like that's kind of how I feel about my team's defense right now. You know, they don't turn you over. They don't get sacks. That's the 2 biggest things you got to do on defense. I like the Bears defense even better because at least the Bears will turn you over. That's what, they don't get sacks either. Their defense is a sieve, but they'll turn you over from time to time. The Niners will hardly turn you over unless it's a special teams type of deal. But that being said, I like the Seahawks over the Niners, but it's still a pick'em game. It can go either way. Next game, Colts over the Colts and the Texans. The Colts are coming to Houston.
And they are starting a rookie quarterback. Phillip Rivers not playing this game.
Philip Rivers say, "Hey man, I came back and I tried to do a little thing, and I'm owing whatever, and nah, wait, y'all playing the who? Y'all playing the who next week? We playing the Texans. The Texans, the one with all the sacks. Yeah, the Texans, the one that be folding people like fresh laundry. That defense. Yeah." Hey man, I'm a granddaddy, man. I can't be. Hey, let the rookie start, man. He needs to learn something the hard way. Just hey, man. No, I'm good. I'm
But I
good.
will say this about Rivers. The one thing Rivers did was he exposed the lack of quarterback development in football,
Oh yeah,
whether it's youth football, high school football, college football, or NFL. He has exposed
nobody can.
quarterback development.
Yeah, nobody can doubt Philip Rivers' football acumen. Because man, a week ago, and that Niners game where he was audibling in and out of plays. Like Salah was throwing stuff at him, and he said, "Oh, okay, wait a minute." He changed the play, and it's like, God, dog. Yeah, 277. That's what he threw for. But Philip Rivers, that's why he's a coach. He's a high school coach, and I don't think he'll be in that coaching high school for much longer. Somebody gonna probably bring him up to the college ranks before it's over. But he has the football IQ is on 1,000.
Yes.
But that being said, he's not playing in this game. They're gonna have a rookie quarterback out there against one of the best pass rushers in the NFL.
Yep.
One of the best defense in the NFL. This is going to be a slaughterhouse. Okay, this is going to be
welcome to the NFL, Rook.
This is going to be the glue factory. That's where they take horses that the dog food factory and the glue factory. So yeah, I got the Texans. This ain't a stone cold lock, but I definitely got the Texans at home too. Oh my God, yeah. So yeah, give me Texas over the Colts. This next game is the Browns and the Bengals. Listen to me, Bengals. For the love of God, you are not playing for anything. Myles Garrett is trying to get the sack record. Sit Joe Burrow down. The man just came back from a turf toe. You're eliminated. You have nothing to play for. And Myles Garrett is going to move heaven and earth to get that sack record. And I will be on here next week to talk about y'all like some dogs. If Joe Burrow starts this game and gets hurt again, do not start Joe Burrow.
I think he's going to play because I haven't heard anything yet.
There's no reason to play.
I haven't heard anything yet about Joe Burrow not playing.
Common sense is not so common. And I'm going to tell you, we're going to do a whole segment. We're going to do a Pando's rant next week if Joe Burrow plays and gets hurt. I like to subscribe. Got to jump to my kids' sleep, but I'll check you guys again. Okay, thank you. Appreciate you, Big Brick. Yeah, we're live every Wednesday night, 8:20 Central Time. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
But no, man, listen. Let Joe Burrow sit down, Joe Burrow. Sit down. You can't do no more now. I got to stop this fight, champ. You can't do no more now. That's Rocky IV. Yeah. Throw the damn towel. There's nothing you can get from this. Myles Garrett is going to get that sack record, but I still got the Bengals winning this game. Sorry it took so long. The next game is the Saints versus the Falcons. Now, these two teams are not going to the playoffs. However, this game does have playoff implications because if the Falcons beat the Saints, if I'm not saying this correctly, and the Buccaneers beat the Panthers, the Buccaneers win the South. If the Panthers beat the Bucs, Panthers just go in. They win the South. But if the Buccaneers beat the Panthers, but bang bang, red and gold to you dead and cold. Hell yeah. But if the Saints somehow beat the Falcons, then even if Tampa Bay beats Carolina, they're out. Carolina still wins the division. So this game has playoff implications. This is a nasty, 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 I mean nasty rivalry. Saints and Falcons fans are the pettiest I've ever seen. Saints fans are the worst. They be letting the Falcons. I know Titus gonna come in here in a minute and put 28-3 uphill. But Saints and Falcons fans, man, this is gonna be a good one. Even though there's nothing to really play for, I might actually sit down and watch this one. I'm not gonna lie. But I like the Saints beating the Falcons. Even though the Falcons had that great game against the Rams, and everybody else in the NFC West was enjoying watching the Rams, look a hot mess. I like the Saints to come in and beat the Falcons at home. Next game, it's the Packers and the Vikings, another divisional matchup. The Vikings, is it Brosner? That's who's starting for the Vikings?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, the Packers are gonna go out there and they're gonna show up and they're gonna beat the Vikings unless the Vikings win this game 6-0, and the Vikings defense really plays well. But Malik Willis has been playing lights out. He's playing for his next contract, and possibly a starting job on somebody else's roster next year. He could be a starter on somebody's roster that's quarterback starved next year.
And probably won't command a lot of money because he hasn't played much.
Yes. So I like the Packers over the Vikings. The next one is the Titans at the Jaguars. I really like the development of Cam Ward, but I don't think it'll be enough for this Jaguars team. The Jaguars are going to win this going away. The next game is the Cowboys travel to MetLife Stadium to play the Giants. The Cowboys are going to get to 500. They will finish. They'll finish the season 8-1.
Just like Joe Burrow, we have nothing to play for. There's no need for Dak Prescott to be out there. Just go ahead and sit him down.
No reason.
No reason.
No reason was to let Joe Milton play the whole game.
Thank you.
But this is the Cowboys we're talking about. So I'm just saying.
No, I know.
Javonte Williams should not play.
Nope. CeeDee Lamb shouldn't play. George Pickens shouldn't play. There's a whole lot of people that shouldn't play.
They should not play. But this is the Cowboys we're talking about. That being said, I still like the Cowboys beating the Giants. The Cardinals travel to SoFi to play the Rams. The Rams are going to be salty about getting their teeth kicked in by an eliminated team. They're not going to let this eliminated team beat them. The Rams are going to win this game. That don't mean Matt Stafford may not throw another pick, though. Because they're still playing to get the 5 seed, the Rams are. They're currently the 6 seed, so the Rams do need to win this game to get to 5th seed. Who is this? Oh, the Chiefs are playing the Raiders.
And man, I tell you what, that Raiders team, man, they are
trash.
Yes, the Raiders are trash. Even without Patrick Mahomes, I still like the Chiefs to beat the Raiders. The Raiders are absolute dog water. They're bad. They're really, really bad. I don't know how long Pete Carroll gonna be there. Geno Smith is what I said he was.
It looks like from what I'm hearing, it sounds like this. It's gonna be one and done for Pete Carroll.
Yeah, that sounds.
And if that's the case, I hope. And listen. I know he's an energetic 75-year-old man or whatever. Retire.
I hope 1 to live that long. 2, I hope I got the energy he has. But 3, I won't be trying to coach nobody at that age. I'm gonna be sitting on the porch somewhere.
And enjoy my grandkids. And if you got great grandkids, enjoy them as well.
Exactly. But yeah, no. The Raiders. If the Raiders are smart, they need to go ahead and tank this game anyway for that draft pick, because you obviously are going to need. I don't care what it is, you're going to need a player, because you have Ashton Jeanty, Brock Bowers, Max Crosby, who won't be there long because he probably gonna ask for a trade to get out of there. So yeah, you're gonna need that first pick overall.
Yeah.
Chiefs over Raiders. The Commanders are playing the Eagles. The Eagles are gonna win this game. There's not a lot for the Eagles to play for, but I think they're going to beat the Commanders. But stranger things have happened because if the Eagles do decide to rest their starters, which I think they're doing, I do believe they're resting their starters for this game, then the Commanders might be able to pull out a win. That being said, I still like the Eagles. The Miami Dolphins traveled to play the Patriots. The Patriots are still trying to get the 1 seed. So they're going to run roughshod over the Dolphins. This is going to be ugly. Quinn Ewers, you're going to get your welcome to the NFL moment.
Yep.
Because Drake May's still trying to get that MVP. The Patriots are still trying to get that 1 seed. And they got to have it. So you just an obstacle in the way, Miami. So y'all about to get curb stomped out there in Foxborough.
Well, they got a lot of stuff going on too in New England between two players, but that's a whole topic, a whole different day.
When we get more information, we'll go into that more, probably next week. The Lions traveled to Soldier Field to play the Bears, a very, very salty Bears team. I know Bears fans are mad about losing that game because it was so close. They gave the 49ers hell. I think the Bears going to win this game. I think Williams is going to have a great game. I think they're going to run the ball like crazy. We could see another shootout. But the way Jared Goff played last week, my God, I don't know. I don't think he'll ever have a game as bad as he had last. The man turned the ball over 5 times.
Mm-hmm.
The team itself turned the ball over 6 times. I don't know if that's a record or not, but my God. But I like the Bears to go ahead and finish off the Lions and put them out of the mid. To euthanize the Lions. Okay, the Bears will euthanize the Lions. You have the Chargers going to Mile High to play the Broncos. This could be for the AFC West title. I don't think the Broncos are going to go anywhere. I think the Broncos are going to put their foot down. And I like the Broncos to win that. My next pick is a Stone Cold Lock of the Week.
Uh-oh, here we go.
The Buffalo Bills are the 7th seed right now. They are going to be playing the New York Football Jets in Buffalo. I don't know who the worst whipping boy in the NFL is, the Raiders or the Jets, but either way, both of them gonna get BTA that weekend, and I think the Bills are really gonna put the BTA to them because typically after the Bills lose a game like that, they usually go off the next game. Look for James Cook to just go off in that game, and look for multiple touchdowns either on the ground or with his arm from Josh Allen. And then last game of the week,
Sunday Night Football.
Sunday Night Football, more than likely. The Ravens are playing the Steelers. This is going to be a great game because this, and we should have put it on the graphic. I forgot, but this game will determine the AFC North.
Oh, Baltimore went so bad.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, and I think what's going on, TJ Watt is not guaranteed to play. The big tight end, I think his name is Washington.
Washington, he's out.
He's out. DK Metcalf is out because he's an idiot. Then I heard Austin, the other receiver for Steelers, might be out.
Also, let me say something. No, I'm sorry to cut you off. I was watching someone on social media breaking down film of Steelers on offense. In the last game they played, the team they went up against was doing a lot of man coverage. And Aaron Rodgers was misreading like crazy in man coverage. He was throwing the football. Instead of throwing the football to who he should have been throwing the football to, he was just throwing to somebody else. And for someone who is 41 years old, 42 years old, because I know his birthday is like right around this time frame. That's bad. That's terrible. You should be able to recognize man coverage. You should know who to go to. And then listen. I know Adam Thielen is old. Okay, he ain't really. If you can't read at 42 years old as a quarterback, you don't need to be playing football. You need to go ahead and retire. I got Baltimore winning, and I hope you do too.
Yeah, I got the Ravens winning. I wasn't even going into that. I was just going to talk about how King Henry is playing. He said y'all must have forgot last week. That he played some y'all must have forgot football last week.
Yes, he did.
And I think he gonna do the same thing. There was a time when Ravens versus Steelers games were amazing. You didn't have to be a fan of either team, but you always tuned in to watch that game, those two games a year.
Yes.
And I think it's still going to be like that. I don't think the Steelers are going to go away quietly, but I do think the Ravens are going to win. So that being said, to recap, Panthers over Bucks, Seahawks over Niners, pick 'em. Texans over Colts, Bengals over Browns, Saints over Falcons, Packers over Vikings, Jags over Titans, Cowboys over Giants, Rams over Cardinals, Chiefs over Raiders, Eagles over Commanders, Patriots over Finns, Bears over Lions, Broncos over Chargers, Bills over Jets, Stone Cold Lock, Ravens over Steelers.
And just real quick, I know this is not NFL related, but the Hurricanes is up 24-14 over Ohio State with 55 seconds left in the game.
And Michael Irvin is trying to sniff the lines in the stadium.
So I guess now Ohio State has the ball at their own 25-yard line, but this doesn't look good for Ohio State to try to win this game. So it looks like it's going to be all Canes moving forward.
Major upset.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us on New Year's Eve. Happy New Year's to you. This is our final show for the calendar year 2025. We will be on next week for 2026, and that'll be our first episode for the calendar year. Okay. Thanks, Big Break, for subscribing.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
And liking the show. But everybody else also like and subscribe to the show if you haven't. Share this with somebody else you know that likes football. Okay. We are live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. You can follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and IG. Okay. Irvin and Lewis is going crazy on the sidelines. Oh, Michael Irvin and who's Lewis? Probably Damian Lewis. That's the only Lewis I can think of that went to Miami. I think he went to Miami. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Lewis.
Huh? Oh, Ray Lewis. That's right. Damn. Forgot about Ray Lewis. How did I forget about Ray Lewis? Anyway, so Coach Williams, NFL Encyclopedia, Wildcat quarterback that runs the show, future Hall of Famer. That direction, Panel 316, the good guy with the black hat, saying how happy is the new year for some of y'all. Hopefully for y'all it's good. Hopefully for y'all it's good, but for some NFL teams it's not good at all, including the Raiders. All right. Next week, just real quick, the regular season finishes up, so we should know that some coaches will be fired. We'll cover that. I know that for sure.
Black Monday.
Playoffs will be set. We're going to cover that. We should know who has the number one overall pick by then. So we may cover that. We may not, just a little bit. And any other news that comes up, we will cover it, okay? Peace out. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Thank you so very much for watching us for all this time.
Like and subscribe.
Share the content. Peace.